Mo money, mo problems, America. I'm Zach Nanimus.
I'm Johnny Dim.
And today on the WarPod pod, what is this? Is this a VCast?
This is a podcast. We're going to call it the podcast.
Okay, so now that all that's settled, tonight on the WarPod, gonna try to look at the camera while I say this. There's a board over there.
Because you're bored?
No, there's a board right there.
Oh, I see.
Okay, intro. I think I did that.
Yeah.
All right, great.
And
Is there anything else I accidentally did?
Well, okay, part of the intro, you're supposed to say the official podcast of Warlocks Entertainment Network, or something thereof, so that people know that this is a podcast for all of the Warlock stuff.
Okay.
Because we got the Quite Contrary channel, which is what a lot of people know us from.
Is that Warlocks?
It's under the Warlocks Entertainment Network, yes.
It's under the umbrella?
It's under the umbrella.
Okay. Okay, so this is the official podcast of Warlocks. We are here to really dumb down all of the niches that we've tried to exploit over the last 5 years. Into one useless sort of mishmash of ideas.
Yeah, well put.
Thank you.
And then the next thing that you were supposed to have read and then said
is to subscribe.
That's what it says.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
Torment. Ratchet.
Clank.
iTunes.
Uh-huh.
Tunes.
Right, because the audio of this and the video will be published everywhere.
Donnie would like everybody to subscribe in whatever fashion. On Facebook, it's going to be a like, so subscribing isn't really a thing.
Yeah.
So he also wants you to leave a comment. You can comment almost anywhere, and rate it on iTunes.
Right. That's how you get more exposure on iTunes. You have people actually need to rate it, give it 5 stars, and then do like a little review.
If iTunes was anything more than a platform to pirate music on, so it goes on your phone for free, yeah, I'd agree.
It's the biggest outlet for podcasts in the world.
Is it?
Yes.
So it's the biggest outlet for the smallest kind of media.
Yeah.
That's like saying, rate us on iTunes. iTunes is big with termites.
That's true. You're right. You're right.
Okay, nevertheless.
On Twitch, you can talk to us. I'll respond to your stuff.
That's right, we're on Twitch today. So for all of you video game fans, sorry.
Our apologies.
For not playing video games. What?
Oh, no, sorry.
I
downloaded a bunch of scripts.
What?
I have Fargo and I have...
Are you learning to screen write?
I am.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Johnny.
Yeah.
Big question for you. Our first item. What do you think of Lion King? I did it out of order. You're not even ready.
Okay. Are you talking about the old one? Or just in general?
Well, Johnny, we're trying to keep it topical.
Oh, so you mean the new one?
Did you turn your jams on?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. No, okay, so actually, I do want to let everybody know that the thesis why we're doing this today, it's an hour worth of dialogue that we're attempting to put down, and of course we're already 40 minutes in because the beginning counts, I think. No? Okay, so I have to do an hour and a half.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think I pay you for?
You don't pay me at all.
Oh. What's been happening to those checks?
I don't know.
I don't pay them.
Obamacare?
Obamacare.
Go straight into Obamacare?
Goes to Obamacare. Okay. You asked me what I think about Lion King.
Huh?
We're off to a great start.
This is okay, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, hopefully that's a lot of you. I'd love to have a brand new audience. Not that I dislike the old one, just still, it's a fresh start. This is how it goes. This is the modus operandi.
No, it doesn't. We've done better than this. We are incredibly rusty. I
look great.
So out of practice. You look fine. You look fantastic.
I think I'm doing this well.
No, you're doing better than I am. That's not to say that your performance is bad just because it's just barely better than mine. That's not what I'm saying. But okay, back to Lion King.
No. I was gonna tell everybody that we're gonna talk about the Lion King later as a teaser.
Oh.
We're gonna pad this out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, take it away.
Because it's for clickbait, is what it is. It's like the Lion King podcast. Enjoy 40 minutes of not what you clicked on.
No, I'm good with this. So, okay. Because then now you know that what we're doing. If you actually want to hear us talk about the Lion King, you got to play that roulette where you're actually just skipping through the podcast and you can hear something you don't want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, and to be genuine for a moment, I like saying that kind of stuff to give a little bit of transparency, because honestly, if you came here for the Lion King, I don't think you'll dislike the rest of the show. I don't. Yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about comics, video games, which, like I said, really general stuff.
Absolutely.
For a while, this used to be really specifically, and you know what? I think I'm gonna take it back to basics because, we have a movies channel.
We do. Quite contrary.
Yeah, and Warlocks always started off as gaming. Johnny, what you playing?
Ooh. Now here's the really weird part: is that I've actually been playing something.
That is odd.
Yeah, because I went through for a long time not playing anything, not having time. Sorry, hit my mic. Not having time to play a lot of video games, but I've made time because I have to play a game like every, I think it's 6 months to still call myself a gamer. I think is what the timing is. Okay.
No rules.
All right, cool. So anyway, I did make time for gaming because it is important to me, and on Black Friday I took advantage.
Weird sentence.
Which part?
Gaming is important.
To me, it is.
Yeah.
It's important to me.
It's a pastime, John.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
I would say
I like to make time for the things I enjoy.
apartheid is important.
Whoa. To history. To learn from. Sure. I don't like that you're comparing my gaming to apartheid. This is getting weird.
Johnny.
Yeah?
How many black protagonists have you played in the last 10 months?
Oh, that's not fair. Okay, but to answer the question simply, I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I bought the game.
Wait, is that the Egyptian one?
No, it's the one that came after. So it's not as black. It's Greek.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no. So they had a Black Friday sale for like $27. I got this game.
Oh wait, are you saying that all people of varying ethnicities are just different shades gradiating up to and down to black and white?
I am saying the equivalency of nothing. I wasn't saying anything.
Okay.
Just forget I said a word.
Keep doing that.
Okay.
Okay, you played Super Mario Odyssey.
Nope.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Wow, so are we going to pretend they weren't stealing the branding, or...
I mean, I don't work for that company. I don't know what they were thinking. But,
I don't know how recently that came out, to be honest.
Which one?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
It's very recent.
Yeah, so they stole it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. They stole it. They wanted you to start searching for Odyssey online, and then they steal sales that way. But anyway, I've been playing the game. I heard before I got the game that it was really good. People were falling head over heels for this game. This is what I heard.
I forgot that people lie to themselves about those games. I completely forgot that people are like, yeah, play an Assassin's Creed game. It controls well and has graphics.
Well, the series, in my opinion, I think in most fans of the series will admit that it's a roller coaster ride. Some of them are good, some of them are terrible. Black Flag by far, so in my opinion, has been the best so far. That's one of the ships.
I played the first one. I actually played the first one on this channel.
Yeah, that's right.
On our YouTube channel. And it was after being completely disenfranchised.
Yeah, it was number 4.
It was number 1. I did both.
Oh, okay.
I did both.
Okay.
But I played number 1 on this channel. Unplayable. Useless game.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah.
Why do people like it?
I don't know. I think people like I think the same thing happened to Mass Effect, where people love certain mechanics of the game. They can see what the idea was, and that the execution was not as great as it could have been, but they like the idea of the game.
This is something that we have to say nowadays. Culture moves really quickly. We started doing this 5 years ago.
True.
It wasn't as big a deal then. Just because we don't like the stuff that you like, no, sir, I'm being genuine.
No. I understand what you're doing.
Doesn't mean we don't like you. If you disagree with us, tell us. Tell us right now.
You do Twitch, or I think I'm on the Quite Contrary channel.
Yeah. Tell us right now. I would love to have some open dialogue about these things. It would be my very favorite thing. Why You're not even watching us?
I don't have to.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll take up bandwidth.
So either way, Assassin's Creed is horrifying. You started playing Assassin's Creed Iliad.
Yeah, the Odyssey is the Greek one.
He didn't get the joke.
Oh, because it's Iliad. Okay. Either way, it's a good game. It's just I don't think it's as good as people said it was, but so far I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
I've also been playing a lot of PUBG on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying it?
I love it on my phone.
Really?
Yeah, because on the Xbox, when I try to play it on the Xbox, I lose way too often. I die immediately.
It's just because it's a newer platform.
They're just people with the curve, the skill curve.
I mean, on your phone, is it because it's a newer platform? The people you don't have.
It's been out long enough that I think there's actually a good competition on there. I'm just better at the controls. It might be because my phone is better. That I have a better...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But I feel like I just do much better there. There's decent competition there, but...
I literally can't stand playing any kind of twitch and reflex game using my phone, using a touchscreen of any kind. I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really all I have to say about that.
That's all you have to say about that?
I'm super surprised that we haven't had there have been several Bluetooth controllers... but they're always work with
laggy and
it's not only that, like the one that I got works with specific games.
Oh man.
Yeah, because they won't map.
Way.
Yeah. I don't know why we haven't updated the technology for that. I really don't understand.
I don't know. But a lot of people playing Fortnite on their phones. It's becoming such a big, huge deal. I don't know. I'm not sure where this trend is going. It's a topic for another show, but I'm not. The battle royale trend might be had already hit its peak. I'm just putting that out there.
I never played one.
I know you did.
I never played one.
But you usually don't let the trends dictate your gaming habits.
I usually find them pretty annoying.
Quiet.
I think it's important.
Hydrate.
When one of us takes a sip, the other one takes a sip. So
Okay.
that the show comes to a screeching halt every opportunity.
Get you a chance to think about what we said.
You
Yeah.
are going to be maybe a little bit surprised by my answer. Maybe a tiny bit.
Okay. So Zach, what you been playing?
How recently must I have played a game in order to include it into something that I've been playing recently?
I'd give you like 60 days.
You give me 60 days?
I meant 30. Split the difference. 45.
I still think I'm in the zone for Arkham Knight.
Really?
Yeah, I started playing Arkham Knight.
Is that the most recent Arkham game?
I don't think so.
So there's probably one. Arkham City. I don't remember. Arkham Asylum.
Arkham City.
Arkham City.
Arkham Origins?
I don't know.
There's one that everybody really dislikes.
I can't remember. I don't remember the order. I stopped playing after the second one, I think.
And then there's Arkham Street Horror.
Mm-hmm.
Arkham
White Knight. That'd be cool.
Okay. Do we want to talk about... can we talk about Arkham Knight?
No, you have to tell me you have to finish your whole gaming thing first.
What I play religiously? Bricks and balls.
Don't know what that is.
No
idea.
That's because there's no collective culture anymore. There's so much to see and do that everybody can... There are enough fandoms for every person in the world to have their own.
I agree
to be
with
alone
that.
in it.
I agree with that. Is this a real game?
Bricks and balls?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a phone game.
Okay.
And you've probably played a clone of it.
Oh, is this the...
You point the balls at a trajectory,
and they bounce.
Yeah,
yeah. Oh yeah, I used to play a game like this on my old brick phone.
Yeah.
I had one that I played all the time.
Joan of Arc used to play a game like this. It's called Catapults. Oh! French Revolution for the what?
Win.
Thank you. But no, phone games, okay, the thing is because we extended this. We extended this idea. We were also going to talk about what we've been watching.
Right.
Very recently, I finished watching all of Gundam Wing.
That's an accomplishment.
Going back in time, 1996.
Really?
Yeah, watched the whole thing.
Wow. I'm impressed by that, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with myself.
Yeah, all right.
It's on my CV.
Your resume?
Resume.
Yeah. What's CV come from?
That's British.
It's English, okay. I don't know why I had to I don't know why I did that. But, nice segue into what I've been watching, which is the Great British Baking Show.
The most useless show on television.
Noel from the Mighty Boosh is on that show.
Yeah.
It's
Richmond himself.
great. It's so great.
He let Richmond out of his room.
Yeah.
Why is Richmond there? You don't.
I don't know. Actually, don't know that much Mighty Boosh, but I do know.
I wasn't even quoting it.
Oh, I'm sorry. To introduce Tara or Frank to it.
TV's Frank.
Yeah, TV's
Well,
Frank.
you can't say TV's Frank. That's the name of the actual character.
You say Frank.
Yeah.
You just call her Frank. I was like, oh my gosh, Noel's on this one because there was this big. I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to have to try to explain it. But basically, the show split, and now there's two different British baking shows, and not everybody came over from the other one. But Noel replaced one of the hosts.
Okay.
And
I imagine that without the drama, without the manufactured drama of reality TV, they needed to hire a comedian so that people would watch the show, because otherwise, it's just baking. Because as you explained to me, it's a reality show like Cake Boss or Bake Time,
Cake Boss,
whatever it is. But they've asked them to be nice to one another and haven't written in any stupid, and as a result, it's not good television. It's just people baking.
It's the most refreshing TV show I've ever watched. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that,
a shot of morphine.
No, I said refreshing. And then what? Like a.
You haven't had new.
I was gonna say like
Mountain
a douche.
Dew morphine.
No, I have not.
Cools you to the core.
Cools you to the core. All right. All right.
Don't know why you became Matthew McConaughey.
all right. So close to just losing it right now.
You realize that my greatest joy about doing the podcast. Yeah, actually, yeah. I was gonna. Why even tempt yourself?
I cued myself. Spit takes, right? Oh my god! I remember the first one. I'll never forget the first one.
You'll never forget the first one. What?
First spit take. Oh. Bumblebee Christmas tree. That was it. That's what sent me over the edge.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're off the rails.
Here's so Cake Boss.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm trying to say.
Great American Baking.
The reason it's refreshing.
What is it? What's the name of the show?
Actually, it used to be
The Great Experiment.
The Great British Bake Off, but then the new one is the Great British Baking Show. And the reason it's refreshing is because, and it's so delightful, is because it is reality TV show without the drama, which is. It's just refreshing. It's good to have. It's nice British people competing and getting along. Like, if someone finishes a challenge before someone else, they'll go help another person. They have no real motivation to do that except just to be friendly English people. And they're good at it. And there's one French lady in there. I don't know why I said that. But there's also, and Indians, because,
Do they have names?
Yeah. One's... What's his name? I want to say Razul, but I know that's wrong.
Yeah, that's Batman. He's referring to Ra's al Ghul.
It doesn't matter what his name is.
The master of the Lazarus Pits.
Right, but I don't know why I got their race involved. I did not want to make that a focus of anything. My point is, they're nice English people, and they're just getting along and they're baking, and it's really refreshing. It's not an idea. Noel's there.
Noel's there to make the show palatable.
Comedy relief in the second.
Now it's just the Noel Freeman Comedy Hour, because otherwise
in the second season, like he amps it up, and it's great. Have you ever been
at a gathering, be it a party, family gathering, holiday, etc., where there's one person in the kitchen and they don't want anybody else to mess with what they're doing, or maybe it's a dad at a grill or a mom at a grill, I don't care, but like they're doing all the cooking. And they don't want help with it.
Okay.
You been there?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you stay in the kitchen?
No,
No, you didn't.
because they wanted me out.
No, they don't. They just didn't want help.
Yeah, they don't want help.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, okay. What's your point?
It's not a spectator sport. It's cooking.
Well, they're competing.
So
Judges,
judges will eat their food.
yeah.
Do they all get their own kitchen?
They all get their own kitchen space, yes.
And do they talk to each other?
Sometimes. Sometimes they'll just talk to the camera, or they'll talk to the judges who stop by their station while they're baking. Or Noel will stop by and he'll make jokes. And it's a fun time. I don't know why you're anti British baking.
Because it's not an idea for a show.
I'm loving it.
It's so strange. And first
McDonald's.
off, yeah, it's just making you hungry for McDonald's. Which is really what it's all. Hey, what's the logo? Bring me the logo right now.
Are you gonna? How
I'll tell you right now. That logo is red and yellow.
You're saying that because of it's British, but it's actually not.
It's not British?
No, the logo is not.
Let me see it.
Bring it up.
That woman's wearing yellow.
No, that's not even the logo.
Great British Bee. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's black and white mostly. You can put it on top of anything.
I thought it was just trying to get you hungry for some McDonald's.
That would make sense. That would make sense.
Actually, a marketing thing. The McDonald's logo is red and yellow, because red and yellow makes you hungry.
Red and yellow. Red and yellow.
What is the point of that black and yellow song?
I don't know. I thought it was a Steelers theme song. Because their colors are black and yellow.
It might be. I've never heard it on.
They're so
on
white.
Frequency modulated radio.
They're so white. So, I've been watching this. You've been watching
Gundam
Wing.
Yeah, Gundam Wing.
Two things not really. I don't know. You wouldn't see that in a. It seems like it really off base answers for us.
Yeah, and the thing is if one of them was intended to be British, one of the guys, because they're multinational.
Yeah.
Except that there's two Americans.
Of course.
So you have a Japanese person, two Americans, one white probably family from South Africa.
Yeah.
But has some like Middle East, some of the cultures there, because his name is Catch a Rababa Winner. Of course, I don't really know where Rababa's from.
Sounds Indian.
But like he's got a desert band of.
A desert band.
Yes.
Probably from the Middle East.
Yeah, like a desert band of mobile suits. And then you have a Chinese person. And I don't know why they just didn't throw like a British person in there. Or something. Or a girl. I enjoyed the show, even though it didn't make a lot of sense. And the show was very explicit about that.
Not making sense.
Yeah, I told you a few days ago that the characters like Trace Cushionado would get up there, and he'd be like, "I must admit that this entire mission is misguided. For you see, it is the will of every soldier to come to terms with their own destiny when viewed through the lens of absolution itself." And then when he just stream of consciousness, and characters in the same scene, like the next line in that scene is, "I don't think I get what you're getting at."
You're not making sense.
And then he would be like, "I'm leaving Oz." Oh,
cool. Right. All right.
So I'm playing Bricks and Balls. Simultaneously, I'm watching Gundam Wing.
Right.
I'm in my evening attire, my dressing gown, and my two-piece sleep set, my slippers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know that's really what I do.
I believe
I
you.
never turn this down. It's always something stupid and antiquated and uncomfortable.
You feel good and you look good.
I do not feel good.
Why are you doing it?
I'm warm because look at me.
Oh. What does that mean? You warm? Is that what you're saying?
No, I said look at me, not take my temperature.
Oh.
This is why I do it.
Oh, for the show.
No, for the way that I'll look.
Okay. Not for feeling good.
No.
Okay. Does looking good make you feel good?
No.
Oh. I'm really confused.
I don't have to look at myself. I'm completely ambivalent.
All right.
What does your shirt say right now?
My shirt?
Don't look.
I know what it says.
What?
It says Willow.
Like you get no.
It's my Willow shirt.
No.
10 cents.
It says Molem.
I guess yeah. It does. If you're looking at it.
It's got a picture of a cyclops with 2 mouths right at the top.
Okay. What's the next topic?
Your shirt. I was trying to bleed into it organically. It says very specifically, talk about Johnny's Stupid Willow t-shirt.
It does not.
Okay. The next topic is Return of the WarPod. Is there any way we could possibly hammer that in more clearly than we already have?
You kind of already covered that one.
We don't, like, we're literally doing the show.
Yeah, I guess I wanted to explain to people that do watch any of our other content or have. I mean, we've stopped doing everything for a few months.
Can I make a suggestion to everybody who's listening right now?
Go for it.
Start playing a video game while you're listening to us. You'll enjoy this much more. That's what I do.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, there's if you need to look at something specific, we'll tell you.
Yeah, especially if you're play a game like
Bricks and Balls or Gun and Wing or go on a walk.
That's my favorite
Shut everything
game.
down.
Going for a walk is my favorite game.
Has anybody looked at us on Twitch?
Oh look, there's a thing.
Hey boy. Sacre bleu.
Oh, he's talking about the show, right?
What show?
The show you watch.
He's
Pilots were Hero, Japanese, Duo, American, yeah.
Troa European? Okay.
Yeah, Middle Eastern. Yeah, he's helping you.
Sacre Blue, the deadly poke of Zorro.
And he's calling you. He's telling you to get it right. You mirror universe mustache Zach.
What'd I get wrong? Okay, it's time to start talking about the Lion King.
Okay.
So, what you have all been waiting for, without further ado, as soon as possible, real quick like, we're going to talk about the new Lion King. So, there is a new Lion King.
I'd like to get something straight before we jump into this.
I'd like to get something quite straight before we jump in this.
Okay. People keep calling it, and I was guilty of this too. We keep calling it the live action Lion King. It's not live action.
What is
it's
it?
CGI. They're not live animals in this. There's not live humans. Well, there's no live humans in this. I got it mixed up with Jungle Book for a second.
Okay.
But go ahead.
All right. So as all of you know by now, most of you. All right. Smell like pizza. As most of you know by now, there is a new CGI Lion King coming out. And when I first heard about it, I couldn't have been more upset. To be honest.
You haven't liked any of them.
Well, okay, that's not... that isn't... My judgment on many of them isn't fair, because I've only attempted to watch one of them. To be fair, I say attempted to watch one of them, because I stopped watching The Jungle Book 20 minutes into it. Because I thought it was very bad.
Which is wrong. It was good.
No, it was bad.
It was good.
We can talk about The Jungle Book.
We have talked about The Jungle Book. Let's talk about The Lion King now.
On a later date. But I want to get something off my chest about this movie, this trailer. Although I don't know that... okay, answer me this before I even watch the trailer. Because I haven't. I made sure to stay cold for this. Is the art style realistic? Are they attempting to make it look like there are real lions all over the place? Is that the idea?
I think so. I think it's similar to Jungle Book in that way.
Okay, it's CG animals.
Yeah.
Are you sure that they don't have real animals walking around?
Fairly certain.
And they put CG masks on them to make them look like they're talking? Or like if there's something that they can't do, like a fight sequence, then they put it together?
I don't think so.
Okay, you know what? Before I talk about this, I'll go ahead and watch it. I'll watch it right now.
Have they released more than just the teaser?
I don't know. I purposefully didn't see any of this, which was weirdly easy to avoid.
Yeah, I think the trailer I've seen didn't have anybody in it. I think it just had Simba. But you ready?
Sure. Okay, I would insist that you watch it at home too.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Yeah, if you watch this later, it'll be up here. All right.
Yeah.
These are real locations. And that might be a CG.
Everything the light touches
It's all CG, I think.
is our kingdom.
They got Vader back.
I thought he was gonna die like 10 years ago.
It's just not that
Rises and falls like the sun.
Director of the Jungle Book. Strike one.
The sun will set on my time here
Yup.
and will rise with you as the new king.
Alright. This comes down to one thing. Oh, they got the unibrow.
Straight out of the cartoon, same shit.
Yeah, identical.
I'm cool with that.
Actually, he broke a little, like, mango.
Oh, that's true.
A little gourd. So we don't have any footage of any of the characters saying anything? Okay.
Just, well, Mufasa.
No, there's no footage of him. His voice.
No footage, no.
voiceover.
No.
Okay.
Unless. No, he was just roaring. Being a lion and such.
Okay, so all of my fears about this movie were validated for me.
Validated?
Yeah,
Why?
all of my fears.
Why? How?
Because they're attempting to make it look realistic.
Okay, so?
That's the last thing that The Lion King needed. The very last thing.
This movie and this new trend of Disney live action CGIing.
Shamelessly pimping out
So
established properties
all this
that will
is
never
me-
live up to the original. Go on.
Thank you. The only reason that they're doing them and is to make money. It's a cash grab. But they're going to make money because people are going to watch the hell out of them. And the reason they're going to watch the hell out of them is this stuff to me feels like collector's edition type stuff, which I can be a sucker for. You know, I've got 2 statues from Elder Scrolls games.
I know you buy those things.
I do, like crazy.
Why are you like this?
I don't know. I just get excited about certain properties, and if I really, really like it, I want to get the collector's edition. I got the Halo helmet. I got all that stuff. I love it. I love it. And I think that's what these movies are. These are basically the collector's editions of these old movies.
These feel like the knockoff Eastern European versions. Like, if you liked The Lion King, you'll love The Lion Sire.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
Come on down to Siberia.
I
Get yourself a big bowl of popcorn.
I think it's going to be fairly easy to find flaws in these movies, but
I find flaws in
the trailers,
concept itself.
That's fine.
I find it misguided.
That's fine, but people are going to enjoy them. I'm going to enjoy them. I have been enjoying them.
Here's the problem. Here's why it'll never live up to the original. And it's not because the original is the original. Okay, it's not nostalgia. What it is really basic storytelling. Everything that we like about stories is what we see of ourselves in them. There has to be a human element. Every single story that's about toasters or toys or any other lions, okay, it brings in the human element. And what the first Lion King did masterfully was it took these relatively realistic. They were very careful with learning the business of drawing the anatomy of jungle cats, of African cats, specifically lions. They brought in lion cubs, etc. But then they put, instead of lion heads, they put like these Bugs Bunny, like cartoon lion heads with big eyes and articulate mouths. Their eyes look like ours. Their mouths look like ours. Yeah, you see all the white around his pupil? Yeah, it's like he looks like a person with a broader nose and a muzzle, and he's actively smiling. Mm-hmm. He's got a facial expression, and the last thing that you think is lions oughtn't do that, because he doesn't actually look like a lion. He looks like a person. They anthropomorphized him. They purposefully made him not look like a lion so that we could relate to him, so that we could enjoy the story. The Lion King never needed to be realistic. What is Zazu gonna look like? Zazu's got like weird rubbery lip beak in the original. Is he just gonna flap his toucan stupid hornbill?
You know who he's being voiced by?
John Oliver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
Hello, everyone. My name is John Oliver. I'm sorry, I'm in Zazu. Let's talk about Trump. That's what it's gonna be. Just like by advancing the technology, they're gonna make it look like a cheap '80s animatronic.
We'll see.
I did see. They're trying to make it look realistic, and that's dumb. And you know what? Once again, my critique of every single one of these things has always been adding my own little subtitle. Disney presents The Lion King, now without color. It's nowhere nearly as visually striking. Nowhere near. It's such a bad idea.
I'm going to enjoy it.
Why? Why? What's going to be so great about it?
Nostalgia.
Just watch the old one.
It's like I have, you know how I have like copies of like 4 or 5 different copies of Willow on like different formats. I have one in Korean. It's just enjoying with something that we already love.
That's fine.
In a different format.
No.
We're watching it in the CGI format.
It's not a different format.
Yeah, because we already saw they're doing the exact same movie.
CGI isn't a format. You can't broadcast the Wizard of Oz in CG.
Okay, I nailed it. I'm about to nail it. Watch me nail it.
Okay.
So you ever see that episode of Bob's Burgers where they actually did all the fan art characters? Mm-hmm. Each different scene was done by in the style of a different fan art. Mm-hmm. So it's the same type of thing. You're seeing something you're seeing visually the same story differently. You're seeing it, the one you already love. You're just seeing it through a different fan art.
But with Bob's Burgers, it was a brand new episode. They didn't retell anything.
Sure, but it's the same. But oh, come on!
How about making a sitcom?
It's just like any sitcom though. It's like you can watch every episode It's the same. It's the same. You're basically watching the same episode every time, just like watching an episode of The Simpsons. It resets every time.
Okay, so there's a little bit of smoke and mirrors when it comes to serial storytelling, but at least they ask you to buy that it's a different product. Here, they're advertising that they're ripping themselves off, and poorly.
Yeah, and they've already proven the concept works. The money talks.
The money talks?
Mm-hmm. It says, everyone's gonna watch me!
Well, Disney's consistently been putting out bad movies that are making money. I think they just know that that's the format.
Well, that's kind of what Hollywood does now.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, have you seen when a movie is made for international audiences? It sucks.
You mean all the Disney movies?
No, some of them.
Like this...
Skyscraper? The Meg?
I wanted to see Skyscraper.
Was it The Wall? Was it called The Wall? The one that had Space Martian fighting dragons in China?
Yeah, that was called The Wall.
Okay, alright, cool.
I actually wanted to see Skyscraper.
It's terrible.
Really? Mm-hmm. Dwayne Johnson's one of my favorite actors.
I do want to see it, but that's because...
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Dirty dog.
I have not seen it. I said I want to see it.
But you said it was bad.
It's because I trust opinions of certain groups of people that I... So, what?
Why?
Because I listen. I listen to.
This is why you enjoyed the Jungle Book.
No.
This is why.
No. But
you drank the Kool-Aid.
No, I love the podcast. How Did This Get Made? And they sometimes will do new movies. Most of the time they do 80s, 70s, 90s movies. But every once in a while, when they anticipate a movie being really bad, they'll go ahead and say, "This is going to be our next movie." They did The Meg and The Skyscraper, and they legitimately thought they were bad movies. At the end of the episode. At the end of every episode, they always ask themselves, "Do you recommend people watch this movie?" And it's not whether it's good or bad. It's even if it's a bad movie, like The Room. Do you recommend people watch it? And they both and most of them actually said for The Meg and Skyscraper, no, skip it. Like it's not even good for that purpose to make fun of it. Like it's just bad.
Okay, and they didn't get around to the Jungle Book.
They did not do the Jungle Book.
Okay, so Jungle Book is something that I've seen some of. It's something that you've seen all of.
Right.
I think you've seen it more than once.
No, I saw it once.
What did you like about it?
A lot of it was just the nostalgia playing. It was just like seeing the story I like. I really do like Jungle Book. I've seen it a lot when I was growing up. But I'm seeing it through almost just a different version, a different, almost updated version, because a lot of movies are made in that CGI.
Now without color, now without singing.
There's plenty of color. King Louis is
This
orange.
brown,
Yeah, it's,
olive
excuse
drab.
me. It is not as colorful. You're right.
They never are. They never are.
It hides the blemishes in the CGI.
Yeah. it's the sepia clouds that we used to put in like PlayStation 2 games. Everything was sepia.
If you're watching the live version of this video, it's just like that purple border, which hides.
Yeah, hides the fact that we can actually see the rest of Pride Rock, but our hands disappear.
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa!
We've done this before. What was that episode? It was something with a laptop. Something happened. Like we plugged. I think it was.
Ghost in the Shell?
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the way they hacked into things in that one.
No, this like when you said it was a CG, which by the way, it's not.
No. Yeah, it is.
It's not a It's not a computer generated animation.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, if you're gonna say this movie is a computer generated animation, then you can go ahead and throw in Doctor Strange. You can go ahead and throw in Infinity
Those
War.
effects are called CGI. This whole movie is CGI. That's the difference.
No, they're obviously using they filmed on location. They very obviously did.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes. So,
But all the moving characters are CGI.
just like in Doctor Strange.
Not for the entire movie. A lot of the movie is CGI though.
Huge
Yeah.
huge swaths
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, when he jumps through the kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we done with Lion King? Can we put a stamp on this one? I'm gonna like it and you're not.
To be continued.
Alright.
This is going to be an experiment on my part. I'm going to go watch this movie in a theater.
You can't leave. You have to watch an entire thing.
If I feel like leaving, I'm going to walk out of the
I
movie.
don't want you to.
I'm not going to
no.
subject myself
No.
to something that's very obviously stupid.
Okay, halfway at least.
Halfway at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, what's the halfway point of that movie?
It depends on how long it is.
Hyena song, at least.
Okay.
Yeah. Although I don't know if they're doing music in this one.
Well, they hired Beyonce, so I'm gonna guess.
Maybe.
Was that your Beyonce impression? Maybe.
May. What was
Sorry.
what was the one that took
Was
this?
it Beyonce?
No, it wasn't.
That was Otis Day. Now wait a minute.
They're doing. I think they're doing. Was it Aladdin? It was one of them.
As if that movie wasn't controversial enough.
Well, they're taking one of the Disney
Let's
classics.
see if we can find
Listen,
real Saudi Arabian actors.
I think they are.
Okay.
I think that they're not that dumb. But they're taking one of them that has a lot of music in it, and they're taking all the music out. And I can't remember which one it was. Which is stupid. I agree, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's the.
Like Jungle Book, they took out some of the songs, but they left a lot of them in.
You know what the real problem is with all this?
Uh-oh.
Disney, for decades, was the studio that consistently put out family-friendly content and original content, not cheap, stupid little movies. Like, even their shorts weren't cheap.
Yeah. Have you been to Disney World? Those shorts are not cheap. Got Mickey on them.
So, using not state of the art techniques, they would actually push the state of the art.
Yeah.
That was their whole thing. The original Lion King pushed the state of the art.
Yeah.
To links that it had never gone to before. Okay, by seamlessly blending in computer-generated effects and traditional animation in what was the most stunning movie that they had made so far, with the soundtrack masterfully crafted, not only for underscoring, but also for musical numbers by Elton John, bringing in the very best talent possible to make something original and pure and unlike anything anybody had ever seen before. And now 20 or 25 years later, oh, this was me, this one remake it. Jonathan Taylor Thomas still alive? No, doesn't matter.
His balls were dropped. Sorry. Yeah, they're just rehashing stuff now. Now, eventually you're going to have to get to the entire
It is
library.
for shame.
Okay, I gotcha. I understand. Let's move on.
Okay, is there another topic? Oh, there is!
Yeah.
I'm not prepared to speak on this.
That's okay. I can talk and you can just react.
Okay, I'm ready.
The next topic that we have for you tonight is the next generation of consoles. We're going to talk about what is coming after PS4 and Xbox One. Now, that's not what I meant by reacting.
Acting is reacting.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, what's funny is that when we talk about the next generation of consoles, most people actually leave out the Nintendo consoles.
For good reason.
Yeah, because they're off schedule.
Because...
Hey! They are...
Okay.
They're off schedule. They're releasing them... They're going to release their next console like 2 years after Nintendo or after Xbox and Sony.
I think that's beside the point. I actually don't like that there's new console season.
That's fine.
I don't like that.
It's the nature of the market and the competitiveness of what they're doing. Honestly,
I think things would be a little bit. I think things would be a little bit more genuine and a little less, because like video game console wars are very much about party politics. Yeah. You've got your Xbox boys and your PS,
your Playgirls,
your PS. And so like it all hits the market at the same time, and they have to make a choice.
Right.
Where
unless you got lots of money,
if it was staggered, you'd be like, oh, 2 years ago I bought my new Xbox, but I've made $500 between then and now. Right. I'll try the new one.
Right.
And then you'd actually be able to like make a comparison and say things like, oh, that I have the PlayStation and the Xbox, and the PlayStation is better.
Right.
You know.
Which and that's I love competition, so I kind of like the head-to-head of it all.
But that actually helps to diminish the competition, in my view.
You think so?
Yeah, because instead of actually going by the...
Well, you're talking about comparing them fairly.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just talking about the market competition.
Yeah,
and the tactics of selling them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really has more to do with like turning gamers on one another more than anything.
It does to a point. One of the things that I do like about Xbox in this generation, with Phil Spencer being their not new, he's been around for a few years now, but he's been a lot more gamer centric than anything else. And he doesn't do a lot of direct disses of Sony or in any way. And he's one of the proponents for doing the cross-platform gaming, which Sony has been a huge detractor of. Now I understand that they have much less of a reason.
Check our people. I don't mean it. Check our people. You might be getting alerts because of that.
I'd rather watch Jungle to Jungle back to back than this Lion King remake once.
Thank you, Poca F. Zorro. The only voice of reason in this sea of kerfuffle.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. History will show I'm right.
History will show that a lot of people watched this movie.
That's true.
Yeah,
but
are we really looking back fondly at the live action version of Beauty and the Beast? Does anybody actually care?
I actually never ended up watching that.
Yeah, nobody cares.
I'm okay that
These movies are flash in the pan.
They are. Okay. They make their money and they're gone.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so gaming consoles. So I was saying Phil Spencer has been a great thing for Xbox. What?
It was just like Disney used to make things that last, and it was people were trying to build a legacy for their children, creating a body of work that would define a generation and then go on to inspire generations afterwards. Because I believe it was Aristotle that said that societies grow great when old men plant trees in which the shade they will never sit in. But talk about Phil Spencer.
Okay.
I'm sure he's just as important as Aristotle!
Where do I go from here?
You can't. That's...
Thanks, Zach. Thanks.
Might have been Socrates. I could be wrong.
Alright. So,
if you want to fact check my Greek philosophers, check us out on Twitch. Smash that subscribe button.
So, we were talking about gaming consoles. I was talking about Phil Spencer and how he was great for Xbox because he's very inclusive when it comes to the way he ran things, or does still run things. So the reason I wanted to talk about this topic is because there's been a lot of evidence coming out about what we're going to see in the next generation of consoles. There's been a lot of interesting things that have happened. One of which being that Xbox and Microsoft has actually bought up many studios, many different gaming studios.
Okay.
They actually just picked up Obsidian, which did. They did.
Yeah, I know Obsidian.
Yeah, they did.
Volcanic Rock.
Okay. But they did. I think they did. Pillars. Was it Pillars of Eternity? They did. It doesn't matter. They've done a lot of good RPGs. That's usually their big thing. But my point is, they've been picking up studios, and then also Sony has just dropped out of E3.
Okay.
They're not doing a thing at all. Like they're not going to do the big. What do you call that? Big song and
press
dance.
Release?
Yeah. Well, not press release, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They get up on stage and they talk about what's coming for Sony and all that kind of good stuff.
Sony dropped out of E3. That's interesting. Well, okay, are they going to do what Nintendo did?
Oh, they do like a video?
Yeah.
They haven't said.
Okay.
They basically have said we're playing nothing for E3.
I go back and watch those Nintendo digital releases.
Yeah,
They're fun.
good.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
You know, the only thing, the real takeaways, the only thing you ever go back and watch if you miss them is the embarrassing bits.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun at BlizzCon.
Are you talking about what I think you're talking about?
Yeah,
What's the name of that? Diablo.
Yeah, Diablo.
The Diablo mobile.
Yeah.
Mobile game. That was so awesome.
I never even saw the quote. Did he really say, "Don't you guys have phones?" when they just got quiet?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. That was the most awkward press conference I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, the thing. Okay, here's my deal. I don't have any ageism whatsoever. You can be any age and be a creator of excellent content, whatever your platform or medium is. But don't dress up your 45-year-old CEO in like the Gamer Boy black graphic t-shirt and a set of cargo pants and be like, "What's up, everybody? We're gonna play Diablo on our phones." Put him in a suit.
Word.
Put him in a suit. Put him in whatever he works in. Put him in that. Okay? Like, that's the cringiest part for me because I don't care about Diablo.
Right. But anyway.
Don't most fans say that like it peaked at Diablo 2 anyway?
I think so.
Like it just wasn't better.
Diablo 2 is great. A lot of people like Diablo 3, but I don't care. The only time I played it was actually, I think it was at our very first Extra Life.
Oh, that's a shame, because I did play some Diablo 3.
Yeah, you had it on PS3.
Yeah, but I played it on PC and PS3. Yeah.
The thing is, I remember
that's the worst version.
When I played it though, you like had it on the easiest difficulty setting, so I was not having any fun at all.
The hardest difficulty setting is no fun.
Really?
Yeah, because the punishment for losing a life in Diablo is that you respawn sometime later wherever you died.
Okay.
And when you're on PC, everybody's got their own screen, so it's wherever you were. Catch up and fight through some stuff on your own. So there's incentive not to die. PS3, one screen.
Yeah.
Come back a little later. You get a timeout. And you probably cost somebody a life.
So let me ask you this, Zach.
Okay.
What do you think that the next generation of consoles is going to look like?
The same.
The exact same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we've had this discussion a few times before on the WarPod, and I had these grandiose ideas about, like, turning console-based gaming into modules for your computer. It's like you would have
right.
you would have an Xbox Drive and a PlayStation Drive,
right.
that always have the right software, and what they've done is nothing. The only people who are even attempting to innovate is Nintendo. And that's why I say that you don't include them in the normal console race, because they're over there
always stand out.
feverishly doing R&D, trying to set the next standard. Mm-hmm. But the market has told us that gamers specifically want to do this.
Yeah. With the controller.
Look at what I'm doing.
Yeah, I see it.
Every part of my body. Harder. Look hard. It's this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so they're going to do the same thing because they know that people will buy it as long as you can promise them this. And not that this is a bad thing. It looks relaxing.
Sometimes you want to do that on a train.
Yeah, sometimes you want to do that on a train.
Which is why the Switch is good.
Yes. See, once again, they even took that idea and improved. So yeah, it's all going to look the same because they're not going to innovate because they're afraid that it's not going to sell because Wii U wasn't a success. I love my Wii U.
Sure.
But not everybody saw eye to eye. And when Nintendo, instead of saying go back to classic gaming, quick, actually they did. They released 2 excellent supplemental consoles, the minis, the Nintendo and SNES.
Oh.
The Poke of Zorro.
Oh, I didn't respond to that particular one. No.
Wait, it's yo boy Zach. There you go.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. Pushing the envelope as far as graphics are concerned. I don't buy it.
Okay.
I get that that's what they're doing, but like we've had some smash hits with using like I think Undertale was made in Game Maker or
Right.
something like that. Like it's never really mattered.
Well,
It's never really mattered.
I think it does matter a little bit, but gameplay is always the most important. I think that Nintendo is proving that, and what they've done recently.
Well, not quite is the thing.
Well, with the Switch, what they've done with the Switch, and what I think is amazing is that they actually.
Because you're mostly right, is what I'm saying.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I didn't get around to it yet.
Okay.
You're mostly right.
Yeah.
And it's actually like almost an elitist streak in me. It's like, oh, the unwashed masses, they just want to look at pretty things.
Right.
And then I have to stop and say, well, yeah, Zach, they do.
That's true. But on top of that, what I think is even more interesting about this next generation is actually going to be the streaming. They're going to be half streaming consoles. They're going to try to get further away from physical media. I think we're going to because what you hear a lot about the rumors about what Microsoft is working on is they're getting better at the technology of streaming a game from a server that is not at your house, and that's something that
You mean what Nintendo was doing in the 90s?
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, it's been something that's been hard to perfect because latency can be a huge issue, but apparently they're getting a lot better at it.
They would just create instances and it would update.
Yeah, but anyway, my point is, I think that that those next consoles are going to be versions, and actually, there's coming out. They've already announced Xbox is trying to ease us into that. Well, they've already tried once at a couple E3s, or back before they launched the Xbox One. They got in trouble with people because you wouldn't be able to trade games because it all would be on digital media.
Yeah.
But what they're doing now, they actually just announced that there's an Xbox One version coming out that will have no disc drive. So they're already trying to ease us into that.
Yeah.
That reality.
They're trying to control the media further.
Yeah. But the thing is, I'm excited about it because that means once they finally make the divorce between these publishers and the console makers and between them and the physical media stores, the GameStop, just sever that tie, they will be unafraid to take all these digital games and cut their prices in at least half. Just look at Steam.
Never gonna happen.
Yes, it will. Look at Steam.
happen.
Look at Steam. Steam sales out the wazoo. You can buy $60 games, what would usually retail for $60, you can buy for almost nothing.
When? Because
You can do it now on Steam.
No, but like when it's brand new.
Oh,
So it's just half price gaming all the time, all day.
no, they might.
When it's brand new, it's retail price.
A lot of the times, yes. And you might see it at maybe closer to $50. If you control that market, if you can say that on our Xbox platform, you can buy this AAA title for $50, where on PlayStation they're selling for $60. I think that would be a distinct advantage.
I think you hit the nail on the head when it comes to why this won't work. Controlling the market.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what they're.
that never works. That never drops prices. As a matter of fact, if we have no control, if we're not even downloading these things onto our devices, but rather streaming instances
Right.
of levels into our console, you know what the next the next business model is going to be? You're not going to buy games anymore. You're going to subscribe to them.
Yep.
I hope you enjoyed Metal Gear Solid 6. Stay tuned next month. That'll be $15 more.
Yeah. Now that could
For every game. They already ask us to subscribe. They already ask for our money on a monthly basis for services.
that may not be a bad idea.
That's the stupidest thing. I hope everybody really likes everybody really likes Nintendo, because there's no way that they're going to do it. And they're gonna clean house, because they're gonna release. There's gonna be a BlizzCon 3 years from now. Diablo 7. We're back to basics.
But what if
Diablo 2, $20 a month, and everybody's gonna be like, also no.
Well, no. What if it turns into this? Because right now you have Xbox is doing something similar where you're not doing it per game, but you have the what is it called? Game Pass?
Yeah, where you lose access to games you already downloaded if you don't keep up with your subscriptions.
No. That's not what I'm talking about.
That's what it is.
No. They have a subscription service where you pay for it a certain amount a month, and you have access to a library that's close to 200 games or more. I don't remember exactly, but there's definitely over 100. You have access to all of those games, and you can download whichever ones you want to your console.
You lose access. If you
unsubscribe.
Yeah, if your payment lapses, you lose access.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But it's cheap. Now maybe they're just trying to get everybody in, and then they're going to jack up the price later. I don't know. But right now it's a stellar deal.
They're gonna do what they did initially with Gold. You know, they were releasing slightly older, sometimes AAA titles every month for download on Gold.
Games of Gold, yeah.
Yeah, and then 1 year later, you know, you're getting like games that were first released on like AdultSwim.com, you know, stuff like that.
It's gotten better.
It's gotten better.
I played Forza. I played Forza Horizon 2. I completely beat the game. The game is amazing. Mm-hmm. They did Battlefield 1, which is the World War I one. The reason they do that is because they'll do these big AAA titles because they're trying to get attention for their new release in that series. So Battlefield 5 was coming out, so they're like...
Is this to download, or was this part of the subscription service?
No, this is live with Gold.
Okay. Yeah. So you won't
I keep it.
You won't lose access.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but all this tells me is that this is going to be a way station to subscriptions for a game, where you'll have the Konami All Access Pass, $30 a month.
There are versions of this that I think are consumer friendly, and I don't think they're out of the question. Like maybe a subscription where you get 5 games, right? You get 5 games to play. You can download those games. You can choose then, like if you want to add a game, you have to remove a game, and you get access to those 5 games at a time. That wouldn't be too terrible.
You're right. It wouldn't be as terrible.
What if it was a
Microsoft Xbox? Not that terrible.
No, this next generation is going to be all Xbox. Xbox is going to win this next generation. They have shown great goodwill to their fan base, and they're
going to rip it right out of their throats.
What evidence do you have of this, though?
Then no physical media. If anything, everybody's been saying no place physical media. We'd like to hold.
That is bullshit.
We'd like we'd like to hold on to games. We'd like games, some of them at least, to stay the way that they were. Because what happens is you get these games and then they get constantly updated until they don't resemble themselves anymore.
I think if you surveyed all gamers, I think that and if you did it 5 years ago and you're doing it today, I think what you would see is a trend of people that were paranoid about the lack of physical media, and what you've got is people that have relaxed a bit and realized that it's actually not terrible.
Yeah, that's just drinking the Kool-Aid, man.
What if it's delicious Kool-Aid and I like it? What about that?
That's just admitting that we're never gonna fix the problem.
I don't think it's a problem.
definite problem.
You see my stack of games out there. It's annoying. I don't like having that. I'd rather just have no physical media.
Okay.
As long as I still own the games. Once you purchase a game, you download it, it's yours.
Okay, where?
And for cheaper.
Where?
What do you mean? Where's the game?
Yeah.
It's probably stored on. Well,
so it's on your hard drive, right?
yeah.
Okay. Now tell me something. If we're streaming video games, they're not on our hard drive.
We're on server.
Okay. So let's go 15 years down the line.
Okay.
Okay. The Xbox 2 is defunct. There's no more support for Xbox 2. Your library of games for Xbox 2 is gone?
Guess what?
What?
Xbox is also leading the way on backwards compatibility.
Backwards compatibility of what?
Their library, the Xbox.
But there's no
family.
library. You're just streaming stuff.
Yeah, but they still have a record of what is mine, what I've downloaded, and what I still have save files for.
So if you want to continue to play your games, you have to buy the next console?
No, I wouldn't imagine so.
Okay.
But if you want to play the best of that library, that family of games, or that console, yeah, I would imagine you'd want to. We do that anyway.
Actually, lots of people collect old gaming systems.
Yeah, so do I. But I also buy the newer ones
and keep their library so that you have an option. What they're saying is buy Xbox forever or lose your games. That's what they're saying with this. Buy Xbox forever or lose your games.
I doubt it. I don't see the evidence of that.
If you stop buying, with the whole streaming model where you have nothing saved to anything, when they bring out the new one, are they going to continue to pay for server support?
Why wouldn't they?
Because they've got this other thing they have to do.
Right, but if you have the old console that it was on, that you were streaming from, your home console, I don't see them just erasing that. There'd be an uproar about that.
There would be. There was an uproar. They do lots of stuff that causes uproar.
No, they don't. If there's an uproar, they reverse it. They change it.
Right.
To appease their customers.
Okay.
That's my whole point about this. Xbox has been doing only things that have actually pleased their fans this generation.
And everybody's excited about streaming games and not actually saving them or owning them in any way. Not actually owning.
We don't know that yet.
We don't know that yet.
Yeah, because they really haven't launched that yet. But that's what they're working on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be the worst thing.
If everybody hates it, they won't make it mandatory.
Okay, so they're going to give everybody who has got Xboxes with no disk drives, they're going to give them an external disk drive to plug in?
Oh no, if you bought the console that doesn't have, okay. What I said about that was that there's an Xbox One this generation that they will release that doesn't have a disk drive.
And the Xbox 2,
if you want one with a disk drive, don't buy that one.
Right, but the Xbox 2 is going to stream all its games.
We don't know that.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that
hopefully not, because it's really stupid.
They're leaning into it.
Yeah.
We'll see. Digital libraries are fun.
Digital libraries are great. Love them.
We've gone a very long time. Let's go on to something else.
What is Sony's plan?
That's my question.
Okay.
Because I don't know if they're doing more of the same, which what it looks like. Still great first-party games. I mean, they're gonna do. They're gonna do.
What are their first-party games? What do they do?
Last of Us. Uncharted.
Uncharted is kind of dumb.
What else? They do some other ones. They're probably yelling at me. I'm just not a huge Sony guy, but I do know some.
I played an Uncharted game. It wasn't fun.
Okay. It's a really well. It sells well.
Spyro?
Well, Metal Gear Solid used to be.
Metal Gear Solid still is. Oh no! I'm sorry.
Not.
No, it's not. It's not exclusive anymore. No, I was going to talk about how it's still Konami.
Oh right.
Yeah.
That's true. But the new studio from Kojima is Sony exclusive.
Okay.
They got some other ones.
Not Final Fantasy anymore.
Nope.
That changed a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, 3 games.
But people love their exclusive. They're better than Xbox this generation.
Honestly, what I would do if I was Sony is if we're getting into this whole studio wars thing where they're trying to get talent as fast as they can. What I would do is I would start getting into exclusive contracts with more independent studios. Honestly.
Sure.
Because if they're trying to Because I'm sure what Sony's trying to do, not Sony, I'm sure what Microsoft is trying to do is, and what they're obviously doing with Obsidian and stuff like that, is they're grabbing up developers that aid in the creation of AAA titles. So I think that in order to win the game, PlayStation actually has to play a slightly different one, where they start making where they start focusing on some of the quirkier developers, more independent and better support for them, so long as they enter into an exclusivity contract for their platform.
I don't think that your argument is. I don't think your argument is wrong. Because of my correction. Regardless of my correction, I think your argument is valid, but I think that Xbox is picking up developers across the spectrum. They do have some big developers for sure, but I think they've picked up a lot of independent ones too.
Okay,
Yeah.
but are they independent the way that like Valve was?
Well, they were independent, but they bought them.
No, what I'm saying is like Valve when they started off was obviously a developer that wanted to make AAA titles. Like that was the point.
Right.
Was to make games good enough to get to garner some recognition from the big boys. You know, where that's not every game developer.
Right. No, they picked. I was going to try to find a list, but they picked up quite a few.
And they should probably
Obsidian was just the latest one.
They should probably start investing in art. But yeah, Nintendo can't not sell a Mario game. They can't not sell a Zelda game. And it's because, and honestly, they're resting on the laurels of IPs that are like 35 years old.
Deadly Poke of Zoro, I'm still waiting. What? On the Tuya?
The Ouya Tuya. Hey! You want the Ouya Tuya, Zoro Puka? I got it right here!
I don't know what that means.
You don't remember the Ouya?
I have one.
Okay. So honestly...
Well, I'm going to send him a cool guy emoji.
Good. No, honestly, I think that's what PlayStation needs to do, and I think that's what gaming needs as a whole, is to move away from this drab, sepia tone, live action Lion King palette and aesthetic, where we're just rehashing the same things and start investing in the art that's necessary to create new things. You know, I think I never played Fortnite, but I think that one of the things that people like about it is that it was new. What did they like about it then?
Just that it was cartoony. What do they call that? Battle Royale.
Goodness, cartoony goodness. Everybody's down for it, man. Yeah, everybody's down for it.
I'm a PUBG guy. All right.
Is that not cartoony? I have no idea.
It's much more realistic graphics.
Okay. Yeah, that would be my suggestion. Honestly, was ReCore PlayStation exclusive?
Yes.
Okay.
But that did not do well.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. I was excited about it, and even I didn't buy it.
From what I understand, it was a mediocre game. Maybe a little above average.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's what they have to do.
Fallout 76 sucks, though.
Fallout 7, that's right, you kind of wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, it's okay, though. We can save it for another episode.
No, we can't.
Because it'll be even older?
Yeah, it's... I don't even know what it is.
Oh, it's
my understanding that it's not a Fallout game.
It's the multiplayer version of Fallout. It's bad. So what it is, you have to play it online, essentially, and you have to play on servers with other people, except that really doesn't mean that you're actually playing with other people. Those interactions with other players online is going to be rare, for one, and two, PvP is not automatic. For PvP to even mean something, you have to get shot at and then shoot back at that person. Because when that first shot occurs, you're not taking full damage. You're taking very, very small damage. And if you want to actually fight that person, you have to fire back at them, and then your shot does full damage.
What's the game? Like,
it's a Fallout world, no human NPCs. And I don't mean like actual in-game humans. There are mutants and stuff that you can fight.
Okay.
But no one is really giving you missions. No, it's not a. There's no dialogue really with any other characters. All the story is driven by these audio tapes, and then there's environmental storytelling, where
I'm actually a fan of environmental storytelling.
No, and that's one of the things that Fallout World does pretty good. but it's not a true Fallout game.
Right, but what's the game? Like, if I were to describe Super Mario Brothers to you, it's a game of jumping on enemies, breaking bricks, and getting to the flag at the end.
So I would tell you that it's very much like other Fallout games where it's kind of an open world scenario, and you fight things, and you can follow the trail of breadcrumbs that leads you to fire. You can fire a nuke. That's kind of the end game, and when you fire this nuke, you can choose actually where you fire it, and when you fire it, it's not a traditional. It doesn't affect the landscape like it should, but everything turns orange and becomes stronger. But you're fighting the same things you've been fighting the entire game. It gets monotonous, is what I've heard. What I've been told.
So, it's Dungeon Trash the game.
Kind of. It doesn't sound good to me.
Yeah.
It sounds actually terrible. Like, cause
is it doing well?
No.
Okay.
No, it's probably the biggest failure.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that Fallout 76 is PP. They'll learn their lesson, but probably not when they come out with Fallout 1970. The only change is that you have an emote that allows you to do the hustle. And that's our show.
That is the show.
That's gotta be.
It's a long show.
Never, we peaked. We peaked 5 minutes in.
Yep.
So I hope that you all enjoyed this. I can't imagine, one, that anybody who began watching this video is still watching it, because we really we really marketed the crap out of it, probably annoyingly so, towards the beginning. So you can actually, that's the thing about videos nowadays, you can end them any way you want because no one's watching.
For this video to end, at least the live stream, I have to walk over to that computer and turn it off.
For this video to end, one of us must die. Bang!
Alright. You can continue ending the video. I'm actually going to stop the stream.
This is what it looks like. I don't... Is my hair flat today?
No, your hair looks great.
Thank you, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.